Hello, hello.
Hello.
We're gonna discover this mystery.
Yes.
Yeah, cute little mystery.
Hey, dude.
All right.
Recording number 23 or November 23.
No, I think
it's totally numbered. Yeah. This is verse.
Where's he going? Where's he going? Ooh, looking at the thing.
Maybe he's number 23, and this is like the version of the software he's been booted up into.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
What is he doing?
So this is what you look like.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And gone. All right. Maybe there's a thing here somehow.
I don't know.
Not at all.
Don't mean to criticize 23 or not or whatever, but did not get a lot out of that.
Maybe you can come like around this area and there's like a star or something.
Well, this area used to be a puzzle.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know. It might have been him solving the puzzle.
Maybe it was just like a memory of solving a puzzle.
Yeah.
Why has this puzzle been abandoned though?
Maybe it.
Is it just corrupted
maybe that was.
data?
Maybe, but maybe it was like yeah,
that happens sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe there's a reason that memory was showing like that was his last puzzle. Like, I think he failed. Maybe the puzzle. Maybe he broke the puzzle. Maybe you broke him.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I just gotta chill. Like, I'm not even joking.
Ooh.
Terminal.
I love the idea of full out sprinting to a computer and then just like signing on calmly.
Yeah.
Just.
Okay, we're good. All right. By the way, we were talking about this. If y'all don't want us to read these out loud, say something. Otherwise, this will be a joy to read. Let's see. Cannot load archive 1667C.
Johnny Milton.
54. All right.
The day I oft remember when from sleep I first awaked and found myself reposed. Some stuff that hopefully finished the rhyme scheme. Under a shade of flowers, much wondering where and what I was, whence thither brought and how.
Thither.
Is it? I was thither. Do. I'm just gonna do that after any time we don't know something.
What happened the other day? I was like, I'd never seen a video of horses actually playing.
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, but it's called horseplay. And I just like...
She just stared at me.
Genius.
The human machine, continuing that,
Yes. One day you discover that you are not a human being, but a machine. Your life so far was real. No one controlled you or programmed you to behave in some specific way. Your physical and mental capacities are identical to those of an organic human being, but you were created in a lab. No one except you knows about this. Your family, your friends, they all think you are a regular human being like themselves. You could continue to live your life the way you have before and nothing would change. How do you react? Pay specific attention to these questions. Does your concept of yourself change? Are you the same person you thought you were? Does your understanding of the world itself change? Do you reveal the information to others, or do you keep it to yourself, and why?
We expect this from you readers, by the way.
Yes, most definitely.
1,500, 2,000 words.
The 26th is the final deadline.
Of whatever month this happens to come out.
That's true. I was about to say that's in like 5 days, but it's probably not.
5 days from February 21st, 2018. I don't know. I don't like them knowing
no
when
extensions.
we do this.
Submit via email. We have a GameScores email. It is gamescoresmusic@gmail.com. We expect some lively entries here.
Do we actually have that email?
Yeah. It's our email address.
Wow. Cool. I will grade them and return them with notes.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, good. I don't think my conception of self, like, if you told me right now that I was a machine, I would be like, yeah, so fucking are you, and then just move on.
Oh god, I would have such a hard time.
It would not bother me in the slightest. We're like 10% us. We're 90% other things.
Okay, yes, scientist. All right, but like, I feel like I'm a pretty spiritual person.
Yeah.
And hearing that would totally fuck with me.
Machines can have a soul. I like to think my desktop has a soul when I'm screaming at it because it refuses to run.
Yeah, but knowing that I want to know it hurts it, and everyone else is like a normal human would like freak me out.
Yeah, there's something isolating about that, but in the sense that like being different from others.
How did I get my life? How did I get my parents?
Okay, well, can we just talk about this email to 108 recipients and then go on?
Titled Grr.
All these calm people are driving me mad. Have they all suddenly turned into Buddha or something? I didn't know the world had such reserves of serenity. Though these later day
Gautamas?
Thanks. Are at least
Gautamas?
being somewhat realistic. You know what's even worse? Those paranoid nutters who are building bunkers and collecting guns. What are they gonna do? Shoot? Though I guess. But it starts with a T. Though I have to admit the overall response has been much better than I ever anticipated, to the point where I might be moved by the beauty of humanity if I wasn't such a grumpy old fart. This minority of total idiots is really messing up my final days. That was a hell of a run-on.
Right. I think, this was pretty bad. I remember now. I think there was some sort of apocalyptic event.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Also, that ocean goes for
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason I'm writing is because I refuse to believe in scenarios with absolutely no solutions. If we all put our heads together, we can figure something out. It'll be crazy, but crazy is better than dead. Crazy is what we do best on this planet.
Yeah, there's like an apocalyptic event, which is why I think this simulation's been running for like actual millennia.
Ages.
Am
I done with this world?
No one's stopped.
There's no way I'm done with this
No, of
world.
course not.
There's like three...
You're just like out in the exploration zone. Go back toward the center of the island and you'll find plenty.
I gotta take long walks on the beach.
All right, friend.
It's in my Tinder profile. And my Grindr profile.
Excuse me. The Grindr one I knew about.
Yeah.
Tinder?
Ooh, see more plinths. Or maybe the same plinth. I'm not really good at directions.
I have no idea.
I think I've circled around.
Yeah, you just need to go to the center of the island.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, follow the signs. Follow the signs.
That's where I started. So we'll go over here.
Nope.
Go
Nothing.
right through here.
Nothing.
No,
Not
this,
a thing.
man, the static creeps me out a little bit.
It's
to be
very
honest.
creepy. It also, when you see it with a wall,
Yeah, freaks me out.
phasing a little bit,
So, I mean,
like phase
what do
on.
you want from me?
Like follow the signs. Maybe this is all you have to go.
Yeah,
Go up here.
I'm a genius.
Whenever you go up here, you can see how many you have left. You're done.
Well, that's really helpful.
God.
Did anything change? Probably should check.
You have
if anything
A.
changed.
You can go up.
Is A interesting?
I don't remember.
Is this A?
Nope.
This is awesome, is what it fucking is. It's A over here, I
I guess A's over there.
It's not gonna, like, advance me too far, right?
I think it will. I think that advances you. Maybe. I think.
We're going to 3,
It's
kids.
been a while since I played this. When I played this last year.
Last summer. It's almost a year ago. Stop.
Right.
Oh, part 2.
Right.
Part 2 of the turdification.
Yeah, ready to start?
I can't wait to be turdified. Part 2 has been designed to test the consistency of some of your outlier responses in the previous round, like harvesting blood from humans. You will be presented with a series of statements. Please indicate your agreement where appropriate. No problem. Oh, I hit Y on my keyboard. See, this is where the machine and me meld together. Since negative entropy indicates personhood, microscopic organisms are also persons. Broadly agree. A person is under no authority other than that which they consent. To which they consent. So, listen, I hear you,
I don't
Elohim.
know. Yeah, I don't
hear
know.
you. Don't.
I mean, I don't think that's true, just because of how people have been oppressed in the past. It's not right.
No, a
but it
person is under no
happens.
authority other than that to which they consent, which would suggest that you start out and it's only the things you agree to that you are responsible to.
Is that what it's saying?
That is what it's saying. A person is under no authority, which is to say a person above them, except to which they agree to.
Yeah. So
the point is, as
are
long
you
as
talking?
I never.
But are they talking philosophically, or are
That's
they
both.
talking like historically? Because historically,
No.
that has not been true.
I think it's philosophically. It's philosophically.
All right, sure.
And I would say that's bullshit.
You think that there is authority that we don't consent to?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's by the nature of...
Broadly
Because
disagree.
at some point I have to agree.
At some point, we have to play this
Let me
game.
think. Let me think.
Oh my god. I'm sorry.
I broadly disagree. I think
Okay.
the reason we don't kill other people is because we don't want people killing us. Moving on. That's not true.
Really?
I don't agree with that.
Okay, I
But,
was like, what?
but philosophically, I think there...
Is that why you
I'll
don't kill people?
Bring me back to that in a minute, because I'm going to
Okay.
forget by question 7. The quality of life of persons ought be maximized. Yeah, I agree. Value is discovered. Agree.
Sure.
I suppose so. My avatar is
Yeah.
getting a little crazy with it. Persons deserve the talent. Persons deserve the talents they were born into. I don't feel...
No. Do I deserve to be a good rower? I mean, I don't use it, right?
So this gets back to like a sense of what does deserve mean. That's the critical definition in this.
Well, this is broadly.
So listen, I'm basically an expert in philosophy. I was captain of my debate team in high school, and it was a philosophical style debate. So there's that. But
so give us your answer in 2 words or less.
Well, no, you have to do both sides. That's the whole point.
No.
But no, I'm not gonna go through both sides.
We're halfway through the episode.
Right. The critical point being
we haven't
that
done
deserve.
Any
Persons deserve the talents they were born into.
Also, time is a factor. Remember.
Agree. The liberty of persons ought to be maximized.
Liberty. Ooh, careful! You could
I agree.
Okay.
Value is created. Agree.
He's gonna come at you. He's gonna come at you.
Yeah?
Because you said that there's authority that we don't consent to, and you also said the liberty of persons ought to be
No,
maximized.
I didn't say that. I said that there is no authority that we don't consent to.
Oh, I thought you said you disagreed.
Thank you. The certification process is now complete. You will receive a notification. What if at the end of this I discover I actually am a robot? Like, that's what I'm actually... This is just an actual Turing machine test, and I'm failing miserably.
There's still this to do. I mean, this is the game, though. Like, this is part of the game, you know?
So we keep discussing what an artificial intelligence would mean to us and how it would change our understanding of the world. And that's a great topic, and I think we've covered it extensively. What we've barely mentioned, though, is the other side of the coin. I mean, our lives would still be what they were before AI, or what they were before, AI or no AI. The question I think we should discuss, even if it's all completely hypothetical, is the perspective of the artificial intelligence itself. What would it be like to be that creature, to suddenly come into being created by others as an experiment, to have all the information about yourself, to know exactly how you function? What would you think about the world? Would you see meaning, beauty? How would you judge humanity? Where would you see yourself fitting into the grand scheme of things? I think we should try to put ourselves into the shoes of such a being. Dear Alexandra, thank you for your feedback, but this is a philosophy course, not science fiction.
Oh, I remember reading
That's
that.
why I almost gave up on my studies.
I read that. I read that, and like I had literally just finished a course on science fiction utopias.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
we read utopian fiction, and I was like, "What do you mean this is a philosophy course, not science fiction?" No professor would ever say that.
Right. Yeah. No, it's
They just
dumb.
wouldn't.
It's so dumb. The two are fundamentally linked. Anyway, so this is a listing of who everyone is. Alexandra seems to be pretty important to the lead.
I am.
The rest of this we can kind of check back as we get, because I always have access to these notes. So
I know that Bob Rakovsky comes into it.
Yeah, he showed up a little earlier, didn't he? There was an email from Bob to 108 recipients.
Oh, okay.
If there are any technical issues to resolve, please contact the
Jared
project
shows up
lead.
a lot.
Yeah, Gerard. It's a different name, but.
Yes.
Cool. So I'll come back to that if we're interested. Stratton of some stuff was a Greek materialist philosopher associated with the school. Admirer of Aristotle. Yeah. Admirer of Aristotle, he was a proponent of empiricism and a fierce critic of philosophy that placed belief before observable truths. Though unpopular with many of his peers for his often acerbic personal manner, they're just describing a physicist. His commentaries on Aristotle were considered an important work. Much of his writing was lost in the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Ooh. Naming schemes.
I was gonna say.
Very interesting. Unlikely to be coinkydink.
Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Look what?
This.
Oh!
You can read that.
QR code, because I'm a robot.
Yeah, you can read it. Oh, maybe you can. You can probably read it after Elohim tells you can read it.
Spoilies.
Oh.
That's some Garden of Eden bullshit
That is
right there.
some Garden of Eden bullshit.
So what you were supposed to remind me to get back to...
The snake did nothing wrong.
Snake. Oh, I'm starting that hashtag.
I'm starting that.
The snake, yeah. The serpent did nothing wrong.
He didn't. We actually discussed that in my course on like ancient Mesopotamian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the Judaic Studies
That was terrifying.
department. And we discussed that. Like, we actually read through that whole part of the is that Old Testament?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. And
Okay.
and like we discussed how Elohim actually means gods. And like how interesting it is that, like, you know, God says don't eat that apple. And the snakes and then the snake is like talking to Eve, and she's all like like if I eat that apple, horrible things will happen, or something like that. And the snake's like, God never said that. God just told you not to eat it.
Yeah.
Like, if you eat it, nothing bad will happen. Trust me.
Right.
She ate it, nothing bad happened, and God was just mad. You know? I mean, obviously God being mad was a bad thing that happened. But, like, nothing bad happened other than God being
Yeah, of all the
upset at
people
them.
to be mad, that's one I'd rather wasn't.
So, like...
What?
Yeah, they're keys.
That's awesome.
So, like, we had this whole debate on, like, was the snake, like, being a kind, like, person, saying, like, no, if you, like, honestly, nothing bad will happen if you eat that apple. I'm just telling you the truth here. You know,
Right.
like that was, like, the debate we had.
Well, I always found the more fundamentally interesting debate is, you know, hold on, sorry.
Like, yeah.
You give somebody free will. Let's get a good range on this. And then tell them, move freely, it's okay. Give someone free will, and then tell them not to do something. But you don't tell them why to exactly that point. You don't tell them why not to do it. You don't, or what have you. You don't. Like, at what point is it? Have you actually given them free will?
Right.
Right. Like, what actions can they take that are truly free?
Yeah, it's true.
Besides disobeying the one thing
Well,
you
that
told them
wasn't
not to.
actually. I think someone brought that up in the class. Someone said that they thought God wanted Adam and Eve to disobey, and like,
It's hard to
and the
argue with
serpent like either didn't know that or was kind of like sent by God or like
What I
whatever.
say is like,
You know?
you question who has free will, right? Like, angels maybe, maybe they do.
Ain't angels?
Yeah, well, the serpent is Lucifer, is he not?
Okay, sure, yeah. I
Right.
guess that's a very specific
It is a specific interpretation.
but yes.
But why would animals we like to believe don't have free will?
Okay.
In those sorts of biblical contexts,
Sure.
they rarely have free will. That's for sure.
Sure.
Um,
But they also live as they did in the garden.
yes, that's the
They're
point, though.
innocent.
But that's my point, is that if the snake has no free will, then absolutely you have to assume that God intended for the apple to be eaten,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh. Man, getting real deep in this game. Well, I mean, to be fair, this game definitely
That's
elicits philosophical response. So, it's not that surprising.
Yeah. Can't do that.
I
yet.
hope y'all are
on board with
are
this.
enjoying the discussion and
If you'd
not-
rather I just sprint through puzzles, I can do that.
Right. No,
Um,
I think we should have some discussion. That's what we do best. Bay. There you go.
It's just hard to tell
It is hard.
without reading, and God knows I can't read, so
Peace.
better. Picture.
Cool. Anyway.
I never got around to why we don't kill people,
All right.
which is basically that fundamentally on a philosophical level, I don't think there's I don't think people are interested in killing other people,
Yeah, I
right?
don't think so either.
Like it's
At least, hopefully, the majority.
right. It's a
There
very
are certainly
selfish
those.
thing.
Yeah. It's
To-
incredibly selfish.
I fucked up. Okay, it had to bounce on. I thought I was gonna go right up the stairs, and I was just gonna be so dead. Which presumably it would.
Yeah, they can go up.
Yeah, and I wanted to. I just
I think it
didn't
bounced
want to be
against
there.
this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't want to be there when it went up
Yeah,
those
there you go.
stairs.
You're good.
See you, boss. See, accidentally solving puzzles. Cute. The puzzles are getting cray.
Yeah,
and
they get really
love
intense. Just
it.
wait until you have to like
Cool.
you have to create a version like different recordings of yourself. To do
Yeah, you gotta
things.
do that.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that. I love the weird time manipulations.
It's so crazy. This game's gonna be fun.
All right, listen. I'm gonna finish this puzzle,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna call it. So let me finish my
Yeah, get your-
my stance.
Let's get this out.
which is that I don't believe people want to kill each other. That said, from a philosophical moral basis, you don't have to assume that people don't want to kill each other and assume that there's an authority above them. All you have to assume is that people generally agree that it is worthwhile to live in a society, that they can do better as with peers. Like, as logical beings, they can achieve more than they could by themselves. And as such, they wouldn't desire in any way.
The key in the middle.
Yeah. They wouldn't desire inherently to, I don't know how to get those guys. They wouldn't desire inherently to kill each other for whatever reason.
I think you just avoid them.
It's still beneficial, but I can't get to the. No, but this. So maybe I will not finish this on this time.
No, do it.
But yeah. So basically, that it is all you have to assume is that it's beneficial to live in a society rather than as individuals, which, is backed up by tons of
by us living in society and
there's
not
that.
as individuals.
But even just like communal animals, we're not the only social beings.
Yeah, but
by any stretch.
I guess it depends. Like, obviously, prey aren't going on killing each other because why would they? They literally have no need for that.
Well, but it's there's still competition, right? Like, still competition. There's always
That's
competition
true.
for
There's
resources.
always competition. So why would they? Oh no.
Whoa! I can read this.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm reading.
I spent much time waiting for the designer to take my hand until I realized that he had been guiding me all along. I realized that it isn't for me to seek his help. It is for me to help myself.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of these people are going to be way into Elohim.
Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. It's very reasonable to like God.
Okay, but you can use the one that you.
Can't get through there. There's only the one.
There's only the one.
I locked him in. Let me go make sure I didn't totally fuck him up.
Did you lock one of yours in?
I don't think there was anything in there.
I think you did, yeah.
God, dude.
No, you can see.
You gotta slim up a little bit.
There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Huh.
Maybe we should pick this up next time.
Yeah, it's not going my way. I'll take a look around. But yeah, so basically my point being that you don't have to presuppose a higher authority in either case. Either I don't think people want to kill each other.
Yeah,
because,
I think that's true. I think only the crazies want to kill each other.
Right, and they're not obeying a higher authority either way. So
that's true. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
All right.
As you would expect on Game Scores, where we play fun games and talk about beautiful music. All right.
All right. See you next time.
We'll see you next time and have this puzzle figured out, hopefully.
Yep. Bye.